Hello, I am Sanjana Sarkar. I welcome you all to our channel Nature Spiritual Science. Today we have with us the President of the Santan Dal, Shri Sankar Sarkar Mahashoy. Namaskar.
Ram, Narayan Ram.
Ram Narayan Ram. President, after yesterday's episode, we've received a lot of questions. Our comment box is filled with people wanting to know more. Everyone wants to learn a bit about Balak Brahmachari Maharaj.
Balak Brahmachari has existed from the very beginning of the creation of this world up to today. He is a great soul, born enlightened. Even the gods and deities who have taken birth on this earth were not present then. They came here, performed good deeds, engaged in penance, made sacrifices, and worked for the formation, welfare, and advancement of society. Only then did the people of this world describe and interpret them as gods and deities. The gods, deities, and Ishwar are the cosmos itself. He is the all-pervading Narayan. His original name is Ram Narayan. No one knows this.
This is what Balak Brahmachari has revealed. The one you call Allah, God, or Bhagwan, where is he? He will not respond to those names because that is not his name. You have to call someone by their true name. Why would he respond otherwise? Is he a fool? We might be fools, but he is not. He hears in whispers, he sees with his eyes. He is not limited like us. Our viewers who are watching our show have become very enthusiastic. Many have been inspired after watching your program. Many are reaching out to you.
Yes, they are. But you didn't let me finish.
So, Mr. President, why don't you please tell the esteemed audience a little bit more about how true happiness can genuinely come into our lives and enrich our experiences?
Happiness can only come to those who save themselves, who protect themselves. In other words, don't do anything wrong or harmful. Don't harm the person in front of you. Don't harm yourself. The main thing is you first save yourself, you protect yourself. If someone can't protect themselves, how can they save others?
So, Guruji, we are all connected to each other. Then why don't we feel happy in someone else's happiness?
From birth, our family, elders, guardians, parents, grandparents, everyone have instilled in us, you should eat, you should be well, you should grow up. When you grow up, you'll have cars and houses, you'll become a doctor or an engineer, you'll become a judge. But if everyone becomes a judge, if everyone becomes good, then what will happen to the bad ones? But that's not the case. The reality is, in our world, something that didn't exist before has now come into being. And that is private ownership. Ownership. My house, my car, my bicycle, my motorcycle, my wife, my son, my money, my bank balance, my gold and jewelry, each and every one of these mine has become private property. And that's what's causing the pain.
Absolutely.
As long as private ownership exists, happiness can never come to this world. Because happiness is supposed to be universal for everyone, global. Yes, if that universality, that global nature is not there, if it isn't for everyone, then how can happiness ever come? You see, there is absolutely no contemplation, no profound reflection, no deep meditation, no intricate thought, no burning desire, no heartfelt longing, and certainly no spiritual hunger whatsoever for that divine nature. This profound absence is precisely why, even if we happen to hear their sacred words, we find ourselves utterly unable to truly accept them into our hearts and minds. It is because our minds are simply not attuned, not harmonized, not aligned with their elevated vibrations and spiritual truths. Our minds, regrettably, are deeply rooted in the transient material world, entangled in its fleeting pleasures and worldly things. In our relentless and often misguided pursuit of this pervasive materialism, we have quite tragically totally polluted and contaminated the entire universe, from its subtle energies to its gross manifestations. We have, in a sense, defiled it with our materialistic inclinations and actions. There is, however, only one singular, pure, and effective way to be truly free from this pervasive and insidious pollution. That way, the only path to liberation is through the profound practice of meditation. You will undoubtedly notice that when dedicated ascetics, those who have renounced worldly attachments, hear this profound truth, They immediately go off into the serene depths of the forest. There, in that tranquil solitude, they meditate in profound peace, performing rigorous austerities with unwavering devotion. Whether they partake of food or not, they steadfastly maintain their intense meditation and their demanding austerities. Even if they consume very little, they do not falter or fall behind in their spiritual progress. Remarkably, there are still such dedicated and resolute ascetics in existence today. They continue their arduous meditation and their strict austerities with unwavering commitment. They often choose not to eat or eat very sparingly. I vividly remember, whether you choose to believe it or not, I truly do not know that when I was a young man, on one particular occasion, I deliberately didn't eat out of a strong feeling of anger. Actually, it wasn't when I was a mere child, but rather after I received my spiritual initiation in the year 1972. I am specifically referring to the period around 1973 or perhaps 1974. So, driven by a powerful surge of anger, I simply and resolutely stopped eating altogether. It was an intentional act, a stubborn refusal. With the loving devotion of the Yamuna River, and despite all the persistent pushing and urging from those around me, after a full 2 days of this self-imposed fast, I finally consented to eat. I had simply sat there, unmoving. Since I took my spiritual initiation in 1972, I still vividly remember my sacred initiation mantra. So during that time, I was continuously chanting with my eyes closed, deeply absorbed in meditation. Whether anyone chooses to believe this extraordinary experience or not, it is my solemn duty to share my truth, to speak openly of my personal actions and experiences. I distinctly saw, even with my physical eyes tightly closed, I saw food miraculously coming towards me, entering my mouth, then smoothly going down my throat, and I could even feel the distinct sensation of it pressing down my throat as it descended. It was an absolutely strange and undeniable miracle, a truly divine intervention. Just like when we were children, our parents, our elders, our experienced ones, our grandparents, uncles, they all kept a watchful eye on us from every direction. In the same way, the cosmos, its created nature, everything is fundamentally connected to every created thing. Not just humans, but plants, insects, creatures, animals, those underwater, under the earth, above the earth, everything that exists is full of life, consciousness, creation, descent, evolution, and the process of extinction. Every object is alive in some way. Even this piece of wood has life in it. The qualities that wood possesses, the insects that feed on those qualities are also within the wood. So doesn't this wood too in its own way live? Life itself originates from wood.
So, does that mean wood has life too?
Yes, let's consider this for a moment. Think deeply about the fundamental dietary habits of cows. What do they primarily consume? They eat straw, a common agricultural byproduct. Now, let's extend this thought to the specific context of how cows in a typical village setting sustain themselves. How do these bovine creatures, integral to rural life, manage their existence? They subsist on straw, a readily available and often abundant resource in agricultural communities. This straw, consisting of the dry stalks of cereal plants after the grain has been removed, forms the cornerstone of their diet. It's a crucial element in their daily sustenance, providing the necessary roughage and some nutritional value, allowing them to thrive within the village environment. Their entire existence, from their daily routines to their contribution to the village ecosystem, is intrinsically linked to their ability to process and utilize this fibrous material. They spend a significant portion of their day grazing on or being fed this straw, which is then meticulously digested through their complex four-chambered stomachs. This process is a testament to their remarkable digestive system, enabling them to extract nutrients from what might seem like an unpalatable food source to other animals. The availability and management of straw are therefore vital considerations for the well-being and productivity of village cows, influencing everything from their health to their milk production or their role in agricultural labor. Their life in the village is a continuous cycle of consuming straw, contributing to the local economy, and maintaining their presence as a familiar and essential part of the rural landscape.